What's up, wonderful YouTubers? This is Luna Gear here, and no, I'm not bringing you Advanced Warfare, sadly. I'm actually playing a private game right now, but this is while I talk about, or at least this is going to be the first of my series, where I talk about cartoons or stuff like that, such as Steven Universe. Now, I'm basically, in this video, well, as a series, I may cover the aspects of each thing, such as animation quality to how awful they did it, and yes, I'm looking straight at at the people who thought Teen Titans Go was a good idea. You've screwed that up to no end. Anyways, two simple facts as theories and what is actually missing from the equation. Such as for this first part of Steven Universe, I thought I'd talk about a bit of their gemology, or at least the gems we see in the show. Now, we all know Jasper, Sapphire, and all that, but have you ever wondered why some of the gems are missing, such as Emerald, not Ruby, but Emerald and all that? And how Amethyst appears to be the only Amethyst. A bit of me, well, this is actually probably the 100% truth of how they all were, how I should say, extinct, was that they were all killed during, well, poofed/cracked/killed during the Crystal Gem War. And while this is true because the war, both sides took heavy losses, I would have to say, why did that guy not die? I'd have to say that it was somewhat surprising how some of the gems were actually went extinct, such as emeralds, because in fact, we don't even know if emerald was such a gem or anything like that, but honestly, coming from a show that has like pearls and all that, you would have to think that it would be a thing. In my opinion, it would be a type of soldier, or at least something. But maybe they're on the homeworld. I don't know. But we haven't seen much of a lot of different variety of gems, such as Emerald. And I keep mentioning Emerald. I'm gonna stop that because at this point, people are just like, you just want to see Emerald in the show. No, I care about every other type of gem, thank you. Such as Jet. Which I actually believe that, if I remember correctly, a friend of mine had an OC of a Jet. Anyways, moving on from the theory end. And yes, I'd like to disprove one thing. Steven Universe can't be a fusion. Come on, let's be realistic here now. Steven has taken quite a beating, and may I say, a very unruling beating a few times, where most gems would have been unfused. Now, if we take a look at Rose Quartz and Garnet, if Rose Quartz was a fusion, she would have unfused like Garnet would. Now, Steven being human, and everyone thinking that Rose Quartz is a fusion that went into Steven, I have to disprove that because of one, where would the other gem be on Steven, and two, how exactly has he not unfused yet? Those are just two of the main problems with that theory that I'd like to point out. Anyways, moving on to the story and all that, I think they did a pretty good job. And apparently, there's this one episode that I still need to watch where, actually, I'm not entirely sure if it's an episode, but something about rocks, and me and my friend were talking about it, and we just kind of giggled to ourselves, where Jasper was just kind of met a normal rock and thought it was a person, and actually was having difficulty fighting it. I don't know why, it's hard to not crack up. Hard to not crack up about it when talking about it, but anyways, in our minds it was pretty funny. And can I melee this guy? Thank you! What else to talk about? Oh yeah, I guess I could talk about, the characters a bit? Like, I honestly don't know. I guess the characters' personalities are good. They're not 100% overall perfect. They actually do have room for improvement, which is actually a good thing every show needs. Like, look at Masters of Spinjitzu, Ninjago. That used to be a really good favorite of mine, and now they just kind of just got all over the place whenever they kept going, and it was kind of hard to keep up, sadly. I may do another review about that later one episode. And all the characters do have room for improvement, but I would have to say that we are learning about few things that Rose Quartz did that wasn't necessarily right that she did. And while I do have to say that she did shatter another gem, which was entirely needed, I guess, at the time for them, there surely could have been another solution or anything like that if I was in the show, or in a standing viewpoint. Such as, couldn't there be negotiations or some stuff like that? But I don't know. I'm sometimes of a, let's think about this logically person, then let's just dive straight into war, fists and blood and all that. And yet, I'm just playing, never mind. Anyways, I guess that's kind of it of all that I remember about this Steven Universe show that I wanted to talk about. Sorry if this video was somewhat crappy and not what you were expecting, but after all, this is my first video of a talk about, and if you think you can comment down below and actually help me improve my talkabouts for the future, please go ahead. I will accept criticism. I'm always looking for feedback and how I can always improve for better quality entertainment for you guys. And anyways, this is Lunagear signing off. If you like this commentary, please hit that like button and subscribe. And as I said, and I'll probably say it again, if you think you know how I can improve upon commentary, like the review for Steven Universe, whether I did absolutely horrid, which in my somewhat opinion I did, or I did alright, or if you have a few nitpick ends or anything like that I could do to improve, please comment that, because I feel like it would really help in the long run. And anyways, guys, I'll see all you in the next video. Goodbye!